But without further ado, let me bring in John Davies and Lee Simpson at FASTSIGNS. Lee is FASTSIGNS in St Albans. But John, let me start with you. And I think my walls are looking decidedly bare here. You're the man to help, aren't you?
Indeed, Ben, yes. Thank you very much indeed. So we're an American-based franchise. We have 764 outlets operating in 10 countries. As Ben alluded, we print onto anything really other than paper. We sometimes print on paper as well. So we produce wall graphics, vehicle graphics, exhibition stands. We can wrap virtually anything that stands still long enough, or in some cases is even moving. So vehicles, furniture, we produce office interiors. And nowadays, if you think we've just come out of the COVID restrictions where sneeze screens, floor graphics directing people where to go were very much required. Nowadays, I think with the working from home variable that we're all hopefully facing, workspaces are becoming more areas to inspire and for collaborative working. So we get asked to consult and do projects on a lot of office interiors to reduce stress and to motivate staff within those environments. Now, we've been in operation for 37 years in total. 26 years we've operated in the UK. We have 25 outlets currently in the UK, of which Lee from St Albans is one of those. And I'm going to have a chat with Lee shortly and just ask him a few questions. I want to just tell you a little bit about a typical franchisee. The answer is we don't have one. Some of them come from a creative background, some from a project management background, but generally very few of them come from a signage, graphics and visual communications background. Now, Lee is probably the exception to the rule. Prior to joining FASTSIGNS, Lee had a very successful business in photographic reproduction. So that's a related industry to signs, graphics and visual communications. And Lee, I'll bring you in now. You're late to your own presentation. So
it died just as I was about to come on. It's suddenly my internet went, but I'm back.
Oh, well, you're back now. So Lee, what first attracted you to FASTSIGNS, you know, being in a position where you ran your own successful business in a related industry?
Yeah, well, what attracted me to FASTSIGNS, I think I did extensive research and I realized I wanted to stay in the same industry that I was in and use my expertise. They were a major player and they had 37 years of, you know, good history and buying power. So, so yeah, that definitely swayed me towards it. I think as well is the speed that I could be up and running with a business. I know from my previous business that you have to think about the order system. You have to think about the website. You have to think about suppliers. There's so much process in between before you can even go out and sell. There's so much that you need to think about. And with the FASTSIGNS network and system that's in place, I could really, it was like a turnkey operation. I just needed a couple more bits of kit and I could be up and running. I could have started as an individual business locally, but I think, you know, leaning on the expertise that you guys have, I thought was, you know, the marketing, I thought it was a good option. As well, you've got the other franchisees that we can lean on and learn off. So
let me ask you this, Lee. So I thought you were mad at the time, and now I know you, so I know the answer. But you decided to launch a franchise about 17 months ago in the middle of the pandemic. So you thought it was a good idea to do it then. Just talk to me a little bit about how your role has changed from launching in the middle of a pandemic to present day.
Well, I launched in October thinking that COVID was going to finish for Christmas. It didn't. So we ended up kind of going live in January when it was almost at full blast. And then I sort of traded from February, but I think I was after a new challenge, and you know, I had to make the phone ring. You know, FASTSIGNS, as well as all the others, I'm sure they have websites that brings in leads, but you still need to get on and make the phone ring yourself and put the effort in. So yeah, to get it started was hard work. We had to get out and do it and push the marketing. Now the work-life balance is slightly better. I've got a team, which again, you know, FASTSIGNS helped me create. You have to learn the business when you first start. You have to learn the product, how it works, how to install it, so you can sell it. You know, it's whatever you sell. If you don't know that product, you don't stand a chance. Yeah, and
I'm going to let everybody know that your work-life balance is pretty good, seeing as though you're going on holiday tomorrow.
I felt really bad because everyone's saying, oh, it gave me the work-life balance, enabled me to spend more time with my children. Whereas mine was just a good option, right? It's just, I just thought it's a good option.
So listen. So you were an established business. You knew how to run a business. You were successful. We're coming along as a franchisor. What do we bring to the party? What do you benefit from? What support do you get from us?
Well, I think what we benefit from is, you know, as a business, you have an accountant, you generally have somebody in marketing that works for you, but you've got to think about all those things. I think with FASTSIGNS, I get a business consultant that comes forward. He's, you know, looking at a cash flow. He's looking at the business plan, how we're performing to the business plan, sales targets. You know, if I don't meet my sales targets, you know, you're not telling me off, but it gives you a goal and you know, to achieve the numbers in the business plan. So that's just another thing as running a business, that although you're thinking about it, you don't necessarily have to do it as a franchise. You're not the one pulling the bones out of the accountant to try and build the model. It's already there with FASTSIGNS, and you know, visiting the you know, my consultant coming in, visiting, it works well. And as well with you guys, you did you got staff, you advertise for staff, and you always vet them on a first interview. So I only see the people that are actually worth seeing, because that saves loads of time.
Okay, now Lee, I've been approached by the BBC to replace somebody on the news in the morning. So somebody called Ben Thompson or something. So we've got to finish on time. We've got 3 minutes, and I know this answer is a long answer because you always tell me about your plans. But what's coming up for you? What does the future hold? What's the next few years?
Obviously, the plans to grow this part of the business. FASTSIGNS, it has a section at head office which help you acquire books of business or acquire existing businesses to put into your own. So I'm looking very much to do that, to add a lump sum to the business quickly, and I'm doing that with the support from you guys and from the US. I build the team as the work grows. We build the team, very good team structure and a good team getting together. Deliver on that business plan. Got to deliver on that. That's all good. And move into like some newer markets. Interior decor is a good opening market. If we can work with some office refurb companies, you know, they're constantly going from office to office. There's a constant stream of work there. Working with some of the, you know, other brands out there as well. Home Instead, we work with Home Instead, and they, you know, we do their offices. So yeah. That's definitely on the horizon.
Well, listen, I'm going to invite Ben back in now, just because, you know, the producer's in my ear. Lee, enjoy your holiday and thank you for your time. I hope everybody has got a little bit of benefit from your experience.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about the conference, but next time.
Oh, I could do that later.
Yeah. All right.
John and Lee, thank you so much. Yeah, it's just everyone's got a different story and everyone's got a different experience, but you know, there are common threads to all of them. So thank you. It's really good to hear your individual stories as well. John, I'll be tapping you up for something for the walls for next time we do this.